The mission of the United States Air Force Academy is to produce our nation's future military leaders. This is accomplished through a learning experience which combines an academic program with military training, airmanship, and athletic programs. The result of this diversified learning experience produces graduates with the knowledge, experience, personal qualities, and motivation to make them the world's best second lieutenants. The Academy is a first-class university, and more. It has a distinguishing feature that we'll explore. Conscientious professors and interesting courses probe the realm of recent discoveries and intellectual thinking. And well-designed facilities and learning material enrich your education. But take away all that Air Force blue and it's pretty much like any top university, right? Wrong. There's a difference here, and that makes all the difference.
The difference is that we're here with a purpose, to prepare ourselves intellectually, physically, spiritually, and militarily for a career as professional Air Force officers committed to excellence in their service to country.
Forward! Holy! Officers, draw. Sabers.
Although the Academy is a first-class university, it's first and foremost a military academy. Its total program includes military training, academic development, and athletics. Earlier, we compared the Academy to a first-class university with excellent academic and athletic programs. What distinguishes it from any civilian university?
Basic cadets, today is mission day. You must run
The difference is what the Academy is all about. Military and leadership training. This, added to academics and athletics, makes for a stimulating environment and an exacting daily schedule, right from day one. The training is tough, but you can do it. Basic Cadet Training, BCT as it's called, begins under the direction of upper-class cadets who went through the same training themselves in their dually or freshman year. It's a rapid transition into the military life.
Mister! You at the back of D-Flight, get over here, you! Move! Move!
With only a few weeks to transition you from a civilian to a fourth-class cadet, we have to work extra hard. We're committed to excellence, and we expect you to develop this commitment over the next 4 years. You'll face challenges that will test your limits.
Move, use your knees! Move, move, move! Move, Mateo, move!
There's no easy way to get you ready for those pressures you're going to encounter. So in the first 4 weeks, we demand the best that's in you, and a little more. You'll be surprised how much more you've got inside than you ever imagined.
Upperclassmen and women lead and teach the newer cadets throughout the year. Experienced officers set the policy,
Dust on the valet.
but we carry it out. We observe, evaluate, and inspect each day. Standards are high. For one thing, every cadet's room and personal appearance must reflect high standards.
This training helps keep us alert, correct mistakes, and enforce the rules we live by.
Your name tag is crooked.
Yes, sir.
Very dusty shoulder boards.
Yes, sir.
There's a sound purpose behind these rules. You need to test yourself to see how you'll react under pressure.
First, you learn to obey orders. Then you later learn to give orders.
Ma'am, Cadet 4th Class 1, HL, nice partner. Reports his order.
Everyone gets plenty of chances to practice leadership because of the squadron structure. In college, there's a student body in the 4 class years, freshman through senior. The wing is the basic organizational unit of the regular Air Force. A bomber wing, a tactical fighter wing, an airlift wing. Here, the student body is called the cadet wing, and a freshman is a 4th class cadet, a sophomore is a 3rd class cadet, and so on.
The cadet wing, numbering about 4,000, is divided into 4 groups, each one having 10 squadrons of about 100 members each. As a new cadet, you'll be assigned to one of these squadrons. That will be your squadron for the next 2 years. Those 100 people will be your daily associates.
You can do it any
About
way
35 of them will be 4th class cadets, doolies. The members of your class will be your friends as well as your teammates in times of stress. In the early months, you'll often turn to your classmates. The other 2/3 of your squadron will be upper class, who exemplify the confidence and leadership. They will be firm and expect the most from you.
Get over there, mister! Get over here! Let's go!
Basic is super tough, but acceptance into the cadet wing at the end of it doesn't mean you can relax. That's the start of a whole new set of challenges: military training, athletics, and academics.
In your second summer, there's a rugged 3 weeks of air crew survival training, including a simulated prisoner of war situation.
The easiest survival situation I know of is the shortest one. You spend 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes on the ground. That's my kind of survival situation. You can only do that if you use whatever signaling equipment you have effectively.
To me, this was really a tough challenge. So much so that when I made it through, I felt afterwards I could handle anything.
You just continue to pull, and it will fire the flare.
Now, I want everybody to look at their map right now. If you notice at the top of your map, there is no lettering, there's no writing whatsoever. At the bottom of your map, it's a legend.
In my last summer, I came back as one of the instructors here. I felt it gave me a rare insight into how different people react under what you might call psychic stress. And I think that's important for a future leader.
In the spring, it has a whole lot of little of these thistle tops on top of there. Kind of look like cockleburs.
I think leadership is mostly a matter of inspiring trust through your personal integrity. And that's basic here. It's bedrock, laid down in the honor code we all live by. We will not lie, steal, or cheat, nor tolerate among us anyone who does. It's a good feeling knowing that everyone around you is trustworthy.
Airmanship is an important aspect of the academy. Most cadets plan to go into pilot training after graduation, so it's only natural that everyone gets plenty of chances to get up in the blue skies of Colorado. Maybe parachuting isn't for everybody, but a lot of cadets think this is the greatest sport ever. Some of them jump almost every day and 6 times on weekends.
The Air Force Academy allows everyone to jump, and I like to try everything I can.
The cadet parachute team competes in intercollegiate meets and usually finishes first. They're called the Wings of Blue, and these advanced students help train beginning jumpers at the academy.
One of the things I liked was the travel. Sometimes we'd fly halfway across the country, stopping at various Air Force bases to tour the working Air Force that we'd soon be a part of. Those fighters at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico were fantastic. A lot of us are hoping to get in one of those ourselves someday. That someday seemed a long way off at times. There was so much studying, so much squadron duty, so many lectures and meetings and intramurals. Getting a 15-minute break seemed like a day off.
Aircraft
Academics? A really fast burner in college might take 18 units, a big load. Here, that's minimum when you add professional military studies, military training, and physical education. It challenges your skills the way piloting an aircraft does. You push yourself to the max and then ask a little more because you can do it.
There are classrooms, over 200 of them. Not too big because we like to keep classes small and personalized. Well-equipped laboratories.
Very complex flow field and arrange our instrumentation and also understand where the most interesting aerodynamic phenomena are.
In der letzten Stunde angekündigt haben wir heute zwei Gäste bei uns, Major Schäfer. Dankeschön, Herr Major.
A very modern language lab where cadets learn Spanish, French, Russian, German, Arabic, Japanese, or Chinese. As fine a library as you'll find in any American university.
An ABM system
and lecture halls.
Is that
social center, a clinic, a computer center, planetarium, research facilities, and a dining hall, possibly the biggest you've ever seen. Good food, too. A tremendous gym and field house. In fact, the athletic facilities are among the best in the nation.
One of the things that attracted me to the Academy in the first place was the athletic program. It's mandatory, and after I've been in classes 4 or 5 hours, it sure feels great to get out on the athletic fields. I practically knocked myself out. Our top athletes participate in intercollegiate competitions. The Academy is now a member of the Western Athletic Conference. For me, the intramurals are plenty tough enough. Squadron competing against squadron in any of 17 different sports.
This is one of the ways we get leadership experience. Because on the intramural teams, we make our own plans, pick our own coaches, and officiate our own games. And don't think it doesn't get hairy out there sometimes. After all, a lot of cadets were star athletes back in high school, and they really get into it. Another thing I like is that they encourage you to learn recreational sports, which you'll enjoy doing for years after you leave here. That'll keep you in shape.
This is the beautiful Academy Cadet Chapel. It contains 3 distinct chapels, Protestant, Catholic, and Jewish, and a small all-faith worship room. Besides the academic, military, and athletic portion of our cadets' lives, there is the ever-present spiritual dimension. Cadets attend optional chapel services as well as act as lectors and ushers and participate in retreats and Bible studies and fellowship groups. Our spiritual program provides a strong foundation for future Air Force leadership.
Social life? Not too much time for it in the beginning, but it's fun. And you make lasting friendships.
There's no question that the pressure of having too much to do and not enough time is felt especially in your freshman year. It seems almost overwhelming till you get a handle on things. The workload and the duty load don't really get any smaller as you progress. What happens is that you become progressively better able to handle it, more capable. You've sort of expanded your capacity, and you've learned how to plan your time.
OT2, wind 3008, cleared for takeoff.
Then, in your senior year, you're looking ahead, into the future. For most of us, that means flying. You'll get your first flying lesson in this military version of the Cessna 172. The Air Force calls it a T-41.
Okay, Mike, now that we're on final, okay, you want to control your glide slope with pitch and watch your airspeed and maintain your airspeed with the power setting. Okay, you want to set that aim point right down here in the bottom third of the windscreen and keep that constant. Fly the airplane right down to that aim point and slow the rate of descent down so that when we touch down...
Not every first-class cadet goes into flight training. About 25% choose other paths. Let's see what a few of the graduates are doing now.
Some of us who graduated from the Academy come back later for a tour of duty as faculty. If you like challenges, this is the place.
Question about an equation that Major Young gave us, and it's about deterrence. And it asks that...
And I'll say this, all instructors, and I mean all of us, are ready at any time to help cadets over the academic rough spots. After hours, on weekends, at night, whatever's needed.
But all paths lead to exciting career opportunities. And all give you a sense of belonging to a special group.
Our current space shuttle missions are the beginning of future, more extensive space operations. And I am very grateful for the opportunity to be part of this space effort. My interest in space flight began at the Air Force Academy, where I began to study with the instructors who were participating in the development of new Air Force missiles.
Today, I can appreciate, perhaps in ways I never fully understood as a student, the importance of an academy education in producing the best possible leaders for tomorrow's Air Force.
You've made it through one of the toughest schools in the country and earned a Bachelor of Science degree. You're ready to launch your career as a professional Air Force officer. The Academy is definitely not for everyone, but if it's for you, if the challenges, the opportunities, and the rewards are what you're looking for, contact the Cadet Registrar, United States Air Force Academy, Colorado.